Hi, this is Isabel Litzler. So today I want to talk about an opportunity which may be interesting for some of you expats out there who want to come to Switzerland or even to work on your laptop. I've had this idea for a while with this type of profession or this type of job because I find that it's really one of those that are quite easy to export. And I've talked before about jobs that are exportable versus jobs that are not exportable. So for those of you who are new to my channel or don't really haven't had the chance to watch this particular video where I talk about laptop careers or careers that you can take with you, in my view, there's really different types of positions, some of which are not easy to take with you if you're following a partner or if you want to travel. So for those of you who want to live in different countries and experience that, if you pick a job when you're young, when you think about your orientation, for example, if you say, I want to be a doctor, chances are that you can practice in every country because every country has their own processes and education. So it's not one that can transfer very easily. So you just have to be aware when you're picking a profession about this. It's not a detail. I mean, especially as a woman, if you're going to meet somebody and want to live in a different country, it's going to be difficult for you if you picked a career that's not exportable. So I gave examples again before, legal professions, medical professions, those are not easy to export usually because you need the local certificates. I'm a big fan of jobs that you can do on your laptop if you're a woman because it helps you earn a living, and at the same time it gives you this flexibility to move abroad or live in different countries. So there's a lot of laptop jobs now, a lot of things you can do as an independent worker. I will also post the link below of someone in Switzerland that I know very well who's also helping women build their businesses in Switzerland, laptop businesses, or develop their own activity basically around the work from home as well. So I will post her link below. So this is going to help you if you're an expat really assess where you want to be. So again, the big question mark should be, where do I see myself? Do I see myself staying in the same country that I'm in, or do I want to come to a different country? And again, Switzerland is a difficult market. It's not a place where you can come and find a job easy for a lot of expats. So that's why the laptop, for me, the working from home or working online is really a solution that I find is probably the most helpful in the long run, because again, you have to remember, even if you are lucky enough to find a position, you have to think about getting laid off. There's a lot of layoffs, there's a lot of redundancy in big multinationals. So each time you have to go back and look again, and there's only so many companies probably that will be suited for you in the end based on what you do. So the options will be very shortly limited, and especially if you're a lady and you have children, and you have to take that into account, obviously. So then it limits the options also, because then it has to fit with the schedule. So when you look at everything, together, and I've been doing this now for many years, I've been helping people, expats mostly, build their careers. So I've had time to really think about the problem, really the expatriation problem, and especially for the following partner, what do you do, and I really found that the best solution in my view was the laptop career. It's really the probably the most viable longer term solution, because again, even if you are lucky enough to find a job, probably at some point you'll be laid off, at some point you'll be back looking and maybe not have the flexibility. So it's a catch-22. So again, the laptop, the online business, in my view, is really a good solution. So the one I want to talk about today is the teaching English as a second language, or being a teacher in general. So I will post down below the link to a website that I found, which is really good because it helps you find a job as a professor, as a teacher. And I find that the teaching English as a second language, for example, is very practical in a way, because first of all, you can do that anywhere. And second of all, the access to this job is quite simple. I mean, you need a bachelor's degree and basically some certification I will post below, like the TEFL certificate, teachers of English as a foreign language. So the access to the profession is not very difficult. If you're looking for something, let's say you're following a partner and you want to quickly find a solution, the access to the job is not going to take you years, or a 3-year degree or anything like that. It's quite easy access. And most people, I would say, especially if you're a professional, you have the bachelor's degree level. So it's easy to access. It provides, this employment potential in the long run, and working also online. So I post all this below so you can look at it and really consider it. The teaching English as a second language or being a teacher, I think, is one of those that is easy to export. Building courses online, for example. I have done a course online under Pleiad HC. Now I'm refurbishing also my offer, where I work more on customized packages, but I'm also a trainer by trade. That's what I do. I build courses and I build training for people. So this is also something that's easy to export. If you're training people, that's something you can do anywhere, basically, and the methods don't tend to change when you're leaving a country. So think about that a little bit. I think the purpose of this video is really to strike your curiosity. Sometimes you have an idea of a profession and you see it maybe as something glamorous, or I'm thinking about the legal profession because I've talked to lawyers recently that want to change careers, actually. So all these professions, in my view, are not very good options, especially for women. And the reason, again, very long studies. And then when you have the job, very long hours. The fulfillment part is not necessarily there, and not very easy to export because, again, law tends to be very localized, unless you work maybe for the international organizations. And even there, that's a limited market. So it's not a very good option in the long run, especially now with automatization of businesses. A lot of things, a lot of contracts will be done by the internet. Well, you won't need an external resource to review it. I see already amazing things happening right now, and I post regularly about these websites that I find that do things automatically, basically. I just posted a cover letter that you can do automatically online without any third-party intervention. So the world is definitely going digital and being automated. So a lot of these professions that cost you a lot of years of study and a lot of time, which are going to bring you very little return on satisfaction. I find that looking at those digital jobs and really looking at it from an exportable, the question you should ask yourself when you consider going into a job is this easy to export? Can I go tomorrow to any country and work? Or am I going to have to go again and study for another God knows how many years? So that's the thought I will leave you with, is think about the exportability. Look at what jobs you can do from online jobs, and consider this whole teaching English as a second language. I'll talk to you soon.